Gates now runs like the world's largest foundation, he and his wife. And they have very specific things that they're trying to do. They have big, audacious
global
goals.
Health,
trying
US
to
education.
cure the world of malaria, things like that, like really big goals. But Dustin has signed the pledge to give all this money away. Does he have any idea, like, how to do it? Or, like, how do you go about giving away? Like, in his case, well, now, at the moment, if he did it right now, it would be, $1 billion or $2 billion. Whatever.
He's taking a very slow approach. So his girlfriend, Carrie Tuna, is running the foundation that they just set up. And he really sees it as, I'm going to spend the next 10, 15 years educating myself. And one way to do that is funding organizations that are bringing transparency to the nonprofit world, because he goes in fairly skeptical. You can make the argument that a lot of philanthropic dollars are not doing much, or at worst are doing harm in some way, creating bad incentives, for example. So his idea is, let's shed some light on this space, and in that effort, hopefully learn where we want to direct our funds ultimately.
So during the conversation between Bill and Dustin, did that come up, and what was Bill's reaction?
I put it back to Bill when Dustin described it, and Bill said that there's a lot of opportunity for more transparency. I think what Bill has run into, and certainly in the U.S. education efforts, is that giving away money effectively is hard. You can apply all these analytics to a problem and figure out a better way to do something, but you're running into human behavior somewhere along the lines. And that's where things get messy. And certainly he's found that in his U.S. education efforts, where he's running into politics.
Right.
And he's been pretty open publicly about how frustrating that has been.
What was the best advice that Bill gave Dustin? Was there any advice that really went from kind of, in a sense, a mentor to mentee thing?
The whole interview kind of has that tone,
really?
I think, which was interesting.
Did you set out to have that tone? Or?
I think naturally, I knew naturally it would.
It would, just because of the age?
Yeah, and Dustin, when I chatted with him before, that's what he wanted out of it. Like, gosh, I get to sit down with Bill Gates for an hour.
The other interesting aspect of this, in a way, particularly at 27, is you make a decision on how much time do you devote to giving your money away while you're still building your career. So at 27, I mean, he's not like retiring. I mean,
he's not retiring.
Gates is, he's still nominally involved in Microsoft. And basically, his full-time job is running the foundation.
Oh yeah, several years ago, he made the very concrete decision,
yes,
this is going to be my priority. And Dustin has not done that. I mean, that's why he's having his girlfriend run the foundation for now. He also, isn't putting out like a call for people to ask for grants.
Right.
He wants it to be self-directed, which is another way that I think he's trying to do things differently.
And you have the ability with that kind of money to make a huge difference in the lives of
yeah, it's funny, he said,
right.
I used to be really anxious about money. My parents made me worry about money. And now I'm anxious about money, but for entirely different reasons.
That's right.